y'all. I'm sorry that I haven't posted in a really long time. Honestly, I can sit here and give you the reasons and tell you what I've been up to, but to be honest, life caught up with me. I was overwhelmed with things to do, and in moments where I could have filmed, I honestly needed to just relax and hang out with friends or do something for me or just literally stare at a wall. The sky looks like it's peeing everything it has on New York City right now, and it's been so dark and gloomy, which sucks because this week has not been the easiest for me. I've been going through a lot of personal things and it's just been like not great. But for the first time, I feel ready to do something productive, and I kind of wanted comfort food. So I'm not the type of girl who can binge eat, which is why this is called a mini mukbang and not an actual mukbang. But I figured I still should pick up my favorite comfort food and chat with you guys like I've been saying how much I want to do. So right now I am watching my noodles soak. This is Jonga's Real Kimchi Ramen. Obviously this is not an ad. They have no idea who the fuck I am. But I watch Stephanie Sue time and time on YouTube, and she runs an awesome mukbang channel. And this is her favorite ramen. So of course I tried it and fell in love with it, and I'm never really going back to anything else. Already like sneakily taken a few bites, but yeah, I'm like in love with it. Can we just like eat and not talk for a second? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Okay, no, I can't do that again. With a white rug. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. A while back, I was like, why don't I do my own mini bachelorette experiment with Hinge? And the rule was I had to do 5 dates within 1 week, 5 first dates, and no second dates in between, can't sleep with any one of them, and it just had to be like, get to know, like you have to pick 5 people who aren't always your type. Like one could be your type, but there have to be like other flavors in the world and different personalities. So I set out on this goal. I'm a picky little bitch, so of course like I'm on Hinge like, no, not good enough, like, no, not good. But eventually we get 5, that's 10. We get 5 contestants to this game. I will say one of them ended up sticking around, and that ended not great. Didn't end poorly, but not great for me internally. But we're going to focus a little bit more on the other dates, because that one was actually fine. Can you imagine going on a date, and the first date, it's like you're playing 20 questions, except you're playing it for 3 hours. So it's like question after question. Your turn. What's your answer? What's your favorite food? What food do you not like? What's your favorite movie? What movie do you not like? What's your go-to drink? What's your least favorite drink? Attention span of a squirrel. Like I can't do that for 3 hours. So basically I now know like a bunch of random facts about his life, and I had no idea who he was. I was like, I literally just got fed a bunch of random facts. And then it got to the point where the questions were kind of like, literally, I felt like I was getting interviewed to date him. Like I'm being interviewed to be his future wife. Parted ways. We go home, and the 20 questions continues. I'm literally getting texts on my phone like, well, I forgot to ask you this question. Boy, you're like taking the thrill out of someone getting to know you like organically. So needless to say, contestant B was quickly axed. Contestant C. Oh, contestant C ghosted me, which honestly was fine. He was probably the least promising. He was a straight up Chad. Basically, I told him like, hey, I left, but there's a subway delay. Like, I'm gonna be there a little later. I'm like all the way uptown on the east side. This date's downtown on the west side in Tribeca. Like, it's gonna be a minute, right? I get there and he's calling me as I'm on the pier, and I pick up, I'm like, hey, I can't really find you. I just got to the pier, like, so sorry about being late. He instructs me to where to go. I go see him, and the first thing he says to me is, wow, Miss Carnegie Mellon, for someone who went to such a great school, you don't seem to know how to read time. Can I just leave at this point? Anyway, so we go to this like floating boat bar thing and we sit there and we have drinks. We have one drink. This is like a 2.5 hour date and we nursed one drink. This entire date was basically him asserting dominance over me, basically expressing how much smarter he is because he's an Ivy League man. And then he tries having like political conversations with me. Why would you ever talk about politics on a date? Just why? And then he starts asking me like, what is your life purpose? What do you actually want to do in life? It ain't you. And then he starts asking me a series of questions. He's like, if you had to save a generation, who would you save? And I was like, honestly, our generation or the younger ones, because I think that they need some some guidance. Like there's some fucked up, like they're growing up in an age of social media where people like forgot that teenagers go through puberty and pressure them to look a certain way. They're growing up like not knowing how to like be real people. Like we grew up in an era where we still played outside. That's a play date with your friends. They're in an era where babies get iPads. Like there's so much that they're missing out on that's like authenticity in my opinion because of technology, that my answer was like, honestly, I'd save the younger generation from being completely lost. And he basically challenged me to that and was saying how like that was just so like stupid and selfish, and that like, why wouldn't I save this generation because of this reason? Starts bringing up all these social issues. So then he starts getting into his academic achievements because he went to an Ivy League school and like what he talks about with his family and his father and him have this great bond, and they talk about all this. And he's like, I play chess with my father every day. Great. Good for you. We walk out. We get to the end of the pier and we go towards the subway because we're parting ways at the subway. And he goes, Erica, I feel like you didn't grow up in a traditional Asian household. Really? How so? I feel like you have a lot of depth that no one really expected to come from you. I just feel like, you have a lot of like interesting perspectives, and if there is a second date, like I want to hear about them. Yeah, hun, there's no second date on my end, so like I don't know what you're thinking. That's that on that. So I was really not that careful when I picked these people to do this experiment with, because contestant D slipped through, and he is your typical, if the other one was a Chad, this is a Brad, I don't fucking know. They're one of the Chads and Brads. He's like 28 years old. He was 28 years old. He was in finance, went to an Ivy League school as well. Had the most boring profile, like played golf and liked the ocean. I matched with him, we talked, and then by the end of the afternoon, he was like, let's go out tonight. And I was like, okay, sure. He lived in my neighborhood. So he said, let's share a cab downtown, all the way down, 25 minutes down to NoHo to go to Bond Street. 25 minutes of the most awkward cab ride of my life. This man, not only could he not hold a conversation, I don't know if he has like if he's super insecure and was just covering it up with this attitude. But like first thing I say, I was like, oh, like, how are you? How's your week? How was work? I don't like talking about work. I never talk about work. Like, don't talk to me about work. I hate work. So you hate 95% of your life. Cool. Bet. Okay, so what are you doing this weekend? Well, I'm supposed to be at a bachelor party, but instead I'm hanging out here with you. Do you live with anybody? No. Do you live in a studio or like a one bedroom? Studio. 25 minutes passed. We finally get to the restaurant, and obviously we did not have a reservation because we had just planned this the night of. So we get there, they said 20 minutes wait, and we're like, it's like really awkward because like one side's like tables and like lounge seats, the other side's the bar. So it's like a very small place and you can only stand in the center. So we're standing in the middle, and I try to converse with him again. I'm like, maybe we just need a lively setting. So I started asking like, oh, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do outside of work? I don't have time to do anything outside of work. Okay, well, like if you had time to do anything outside of work, like if you had a day off, what would you do? I don't know. Do you have any like hobbies that you like haven't picked up on lately? Like you didn't have time for? No. You have no, like, would you play golf? No. I'm like in the city. Chill with friends? I mean, like, yeah, like, do you think I don't have friends? Yeah, right now, sorry, I really don't think you have friends. Because if this is how you converse with anybody, you're not conversing. I could talk to a wall all day. I can talk to this camera all day. And somehow I can't get something out of you, like... So then we paused, we looked around the room, and I started people watching, he starts people watching, and he brings up that we're both people watching. So I was like, okay, good, a common subject, right? So I said, are you people, like, which side are, like, what have you noticed? And he's like, well, there's a lot of girls' night out tables here, and there's a lot of dates. So me trying to be cute and playful was just like, oh, like, do you see any, like, really bad dates, like, really awkward dates going on? And this man goes, other than us, no. Other than us, no. Whoo! We sit down, we get the menu. He asks me what fish I like. I say salmon. He's like, ew, salmon are like farm raised. I like tuna because it's in the wild. So we order the salmon, we order a tuna, and he wants to order one to split. He's like, what do you think about yellowtail? Since you don't like tuna. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, yellowtail's a type of tuna. No, yellowtail is its own fish. No, yellowtail's a type of tuna. No, toro's a type of tuna. No, yellowtail is a type of tuna. I'm willing to bet money on it. Fine. Okay, you want to bet? I love bets. Let's challenge. If you think yellowtail is a type of tuna and you are correct, I owe you a shot. If it's vice versa, you owe us a shot. Want to go? He wants to go. I Google yellowtail. Obviously, it immediately tells you it's a type of fish, not a type of tuna. And this man gets so butthurt, he doesn't talk to me for 3 minutes. Cool. So we order, food comes. We eat in complete silence. The only time something was uttered was because he had a bite of wasabi and he's a little bitch who can't handle spice. So he panics and is chugging water like crazy over this tiny bit of wasabi that he had. I'm staring at him, the whole bar's staring at him like, what are you fucking doing? Food goes away. He orders 2 more drinks. I'm sitting here like, this is a 2-hour dreadful silent dinner. Like, why are you ordering more drinks? We both should go. Like, seriously, dude. So he orders 2 drinks and he's like trying to be like a little flirty with me and it's just not working. But I'm like, let me help this guy out. Like, maybe let's try to salvage this. So I start asking more questions like, do you play any sports? No. Oh, I thought you golfed. I mean, yeah, but I don't like play golf every day. Oh, well, did you ever play sports? Yeah, I was a kid. Yes, I know you were a kid. So, like, what sports did you play? I don't know. Like, what do you want to know? I don't fucking want to know, dude. I'm trying to talk to you about anything at this point because you are literally more boring than a wall. So finally the drinks are done. And then he goes, do you want dessert? Can we just agree that this is the worst date ever and just get out of here? You have nothing to talk to me about. We've literally sat in silence for longer than we've talked. We order the sorbet. There's 5 scoops or 3 scoops, whatever the freaking number is, of sorbet. And he starts arguing with me over which flavor is which. So I asked the bartender, hey, just wanted to check, what flavor is what? I'm right. He's wrong. We go through another round of butthurt silence. And finally I was like, I really need to go meet with my friends. He orders 2 other drinks. Like, are you this lonely, dude? And literally anything. I'd rather be like, I don't know. I just don't want to fucking be here. I tell him for the 10th time I need to go. He finally picks up on it. So we both call our Ubers. And it's the same driver. Like, I called it on Lyft. He calls it on Uber. But some people drive for both. And it's the same driver. So now we're both like, oh my god, he's going to cancel on one of us. And so at the moment, he cancels on him. And he literally turns around and goes, fuck you. Excuse me? Then Uber gives him a new car, which then he gets assigned to, and it like has the same exact arrival time as me, so it didn't even freaking matter. So we're sitting there waiting, and I'm like literally playing around with like chopsticks or whatever, because like I don't even want to look at him anymore. And he like drops, I don't know what he did with the chopstick. He did something that's kind of like, he's like, well, I'm sorry I'm not Asian. I don't know how to use these. A week later, messages me, and it's like, hey, I'm back in town after my like work trip. Like, did you want to do something? Do I want to do something? Can I ram your head into a wall? I think the one thing that I can learn from this experiment is if I'm gonna do it, gotta vet the process a little better. Because that, I mean, I did it for fun just to see what would happen, but my God, I choose creatures. Since I did this experiment, I like only very recently got back on the app and started like seeing someone, but wow, the pool of people has only gotten crazier. I feel like everyone on Tinder and Bumble or like Coffee Meets Bagel or The League, wherever the fuck else is out there, I feel like all these people who were like people you don't want on a really good dating app heard that it was good and then like infiltrated. Anyways, that is all I have for this little mini mukbang. I honestly didn't even finish my noodles. I think I've just been talking the whole time. But quite frankly, I created this channel for it to be a visual podcast to begin with, so the point of it is to talk. I really hope none of those people find this video. There's only one of them that would, but I'm very respectful for the past and I haven't said anything bad. The other 4 can honestly just move to an island far, far away. So I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you guys in my next video.